And let's say, just because it's on the top, let's go for, actually, no, let's just go for we'll go for the hashtag. Yeah, we'll go for just something a bit different. Let's go for the hashtag just because it's different. And then if I bring in my, and I did have my stamping platform. Here we go. So if I bring this in, and then we're just going to stamp these out. We could do a bit of colouring as well, just to show you. So we're just opening this up. And then let's have a look. So we'll just peel them off. And then all I'm just doing is I'm just going to layer this on. I'm just going to use the centre. These would fit into the smaller ones as well. Not a problem. And if I just take my ink pad, so I think for this one we'll just go for the black. Let's just use the black for this one, like that. And then all we're doing, I'm needing my cardstock, that would help as well, which is just here. There we go. So I'm just going to use our stamping card, and then all that we're going to do is, if I can find, I don't know what I've done with my stamping mat. I did have it because I was using it in the last hour, and I don't know what I've done with it. Seems to have disappeared. Here we go. It's fallen down the back. I knew I had it somewhere. There you go. We're live. So let's just use, so this one I'm just using our, this one's the Jet Black Quick Dry. So we can stamp this on. And I'm just going to go into the centre just so that you can see. Now if you can see that. There you go. And then if I just bring this up just a bit closer for you to see, bring that right in for you can see, look at all that detail and that the flowers coming through. So it's the flowers, and then you've got your leaves. Obviously you've got the hashtag as well. So we could we'll stamp another one. What we could do, yeah, what I could do, we'll go off. Let's show you, if you say you want to line them up, then what we can do is I'm just going to take my wipe while I'm here, and I'm just going to clean this, just because it's one of our quick dries. I just want to make sure I get this off straight away. So you can see how well that stamps. What we'll just do, so we're not wasting it, let's just have a look. I'm just going to draw a line here, and then this just means, you know, we can start to then create our own our words or anything like that. We've got our line to follow by. Hopefully you can just see that here. If you want to use some masking tape or that, then you can do. So let's just bring this in again. Now hopefully that's dried enough. And let's do it again. And then let's stamp that. And put this towards the side here. Now I'm not sure, you probably can't quite see here, but I can see the pencil mark. So I'm just going to go along, follow that pencil mark, and just stamp. So as you can see, now obviously I've gone a bit of ink in the centre there, so if I bring that in for you, you can see, obviously you would just make sure you've not got ink in the centre, that's all, but look how crisp and clear that is. Let's bring that, there we go. Crisp and clear that is. So then what you can just do is choose your next one. And I'm not obviously going to do a full word, but I just want to give you that idea. If you're thinking, oh, that would be great to layer up, or create a word, then let's just go for the A. I don't know what I'm going to be spelling here, but we'll just go for A. We'll just keep it at A, hashtag in A. It's just to give you the idea how you can follow on through to create a word. If I had I never actually got these stamps, as I said at the start, to play with at home, so I never got a chance to have a wee play. Otherwise it would have been good to show you a full word of that, but it gives you the idea as to what you can do with them. So let's have a look. So again, now this time what I'm choosing to do, I'm going to choose to go for one of the leaves anyway. I'm going to choose to go under that pencil line, because we're just using it as a guide. And then you can see, because of the pencil line, if I bring that in, we have started to, I'm just going to use my Poké-Tail so you can see. So we've started to run along this pencil line just here, but then just to give that extra effect and definition, certainly with this one here, we've gone under the pencil line. So it would be, if you were to create a long word, it's going to look as though it's just dipping under, it's curling over. So that gives you that idea. So yeah, just using a simple pencil line, I'll enable you to create your own words or that. And this is as well if you want to do any of your, your wee journaling with your names or that. So what we could do is, I notice my non-slip sheet is just fallen again. So if I bring this in, so we've got, as many of you at home know, as many of you have, you know, whether it's your sparkle pens, whether it's your aqua tints, whether it's your blendable pencils, anything like that, tri-blends, you could be using them to colour in with. What I'm just going to do is I'm just going to use our water reactive dye. This is a way that I like to colour in. Let's actually, I'm not going to use that one. Let's use a green one because we're just going to go for like the foliage and the leaves. So I'm just taking my non-stick craft mat. Now yes, you can be doing this on a glass cutting mat, but I just like to stay clean and tidy, so that's why I like to use my non-stick mat as well, just in case anyone wonders. So I've just trimmed that down just so I'm a bit closer to the letters. So it's just a case then of just colouring them and having a bit of fun. So let's go for the lighter green first. So with this one I'm going to go for the Spring Meadow. So I'm just going to stamp that onto this one here. So it's important, if you want to do this, it is our water reactive one. And I've just got a water brush. So all that I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick up some of this colour here, and then I'm going to go into these leaves and I'm just going to colour them. I'm just going to pull that colour in. The other way you could have done it is I've used our quick dry jet black Harmony ink pads to stamp this. You could have used our water reactive ink pads to stamp, and then you could start to pull that colour from the edge. That works as well, but this is just another good way of doing it. So this is a good way to add extra shade, you know, if you're wanting it a bit darker towards one edge of the leaves, then you can do, or they're more like palms, isn't they? So we're just working our way around. So we can do it this way. You can create a variety of different shades just by the one tone. Or then what you can also do is if we go in with a bit of a darker one. So I'm just tapping the edge on the end. And then again, I'm just going to pick some of that colour up, and then we can even just kind of work our way around. And we're just picking up the corner. So hopefully you can see. I will show you closer just shortly. So there's so many different ways in which you could be colouring these stamps. As you've seen on one of the samples, which is a great way, I love creating my own decoupage, I know, as I said earlier on. So you can be stamping these, you know, can stamp out a variety of different ones, and then colour them in and then hand cut them out, and then you could be creating your own 3D decoupage. That would look really phenomenal. A lot of height to it, that'll really look effective. So there we go. So obviously I'm not going to do it all, but it's just to show you good ways of colouring as well. Another good way that I like to do it. So let's just pick up the edges there. So a good way of doing some shading. And then what we could do as well, let's just change that colour. Let's go for a pink one. And we can do exactly the same. So let's just do a bit of colour. Like so. And then we're just going to pick this up, pick the colour up. And then we could be colouring these flowers. So we're just doing exactly the same. You could be heat embossing. And I showed you in some of the samples. So just use one of our heat embossing pads, and just use any of the embossing powders. And you can be using them that way. So it really is a variety of different ways to do them. So I'm not going to carry on too much longer, but let's just colour in this way here. Again, just to show you how you can be doing them. But even if you wanted to, I've stamped them in black, you could stamp them in like that pink, just have it all pink and not coloured in. You know, there really is so many different ways that you can do that. So let's just let you see. So we've done that one there. Then if I just bring that just a bit closer for you to see. So it's easy, you can start to see the shade and starting to come along like so. So you've got that one there. So that's just using our ink pads. And then what we could also do is I'm just going to randomly pick a couple of colours, just using any of our colours that we've got. There we go, let's just go for these ones. So you're using your sparkle pens as well. So we'll just go into the hashtag and we'll just use that one. So again, you know, I know this is just colouring, but it's just showing you ways in which to colour in using the stamp. So we're just going to go straight in with the sparkle pens. And we're just going to colour in. You can still add extra shading and that to them if you want to go in with deeper greens after, or even put some of your tri-blend pens or Spectrum Noirs or that on top. So I'm not going to spend ages colouring. I know you don't want to see me colour in, but here we go. So it just goes to show, it shows you how bold that the letters are. You may think initially some of them look hidden behind the design, but they really do actually stand out. So when if you're creating home decor for bedroom doors or that, the effects that you can really get. Add some glossy accents or that on top. That'll really help as well. So I'm just going to finish just on this bit here. There we go. There we go. Could actually sit all day in colour. So there you go. Again, I know it's not finished, but let's just bring it in. There you go. So if that was a longer bit of paper, so we've got hashtag, you know, you could be doing LUV for love, or LOVE if you prefer the proper way. You can be doing different things, you know, hashtag have fun, happy birthday, create your own bunting. You know, you could just stamp them. If you've got any of our nested dies, if you've got any of them, so you could be stamping each individual letter, use our nesting dies to die cut around it, and then, you know, you could be hanging them up to create bunting.